go live is working. We're live.
We're live, Christine. Roll call, please.
CJ Godosek.
Here.
Mark Hammer.
Here.
Doug Nestor.
Here.
Harold Rozak.
Here.
Tim Smith.
Here.
DJ Youngblood.
Here.
Okay, could I have a motion to approve the minutes from December 17th, 2025?
I'll make a motion.
We have Tim
Second.
and Doug.
Tim Smith.
Yes.
Doug Nestor.
Yes.
CJ Godosek.
Yes.
Mark Hammer.
Yes.
Harold Rozak.
Yes.
DJ Youngblood.
Yes.
Okay, I never say this correctly, Kristen, so Sendai.
Yeah.
Adjourn.
Okay.
So, Doug, I'd like to go ahead and thank you for all of your service that you did. And thank you for coming up, but one more time for us.
You got your money's worth today.
Even though you don't get a check this month.
Thanks. It's in the mail. Good luck. Thanks, Doug.
Okay, at this time, I'd like to swear a new council president. Yeah. Dee, you stand over there. No, Dale, wait and get a picture of it. Please raise your right hand, please, sir. I solemnly swear
I solemnly swear
that I will support the
that I will support the
Constitution and the laws
Constitution and the laws
of the United States of America
of the United States of America
and the state of Ohio,
and the state of Ohio,
that I will,
that I will,
in all respects,
in all respect,
observe the provisions of the charter
observe the positions of the charter
and the ordinances of the village of Doylestown.
and the ordinance of the village of Doylestown.
I will faithfully discharge
I'll faithfully discharge
the duties of the office of councilman.
the duties of the office of councilman.
Congratulations, Steve. If you sign this and date it, give it to Kristen, you're officially on council. Thank you. Okay, where are we at?
I have to do the roll call.
Okay, do roll call the new council.
CJ Godosek.
Here.
Mark Hammer. Steve Mueller.
Here.
Harold Rozak.
Here.
Tim Smith.
Here.
DJ Youngblood.
Okay, I'd like to go ahead and have the election of the president pursuant section 4.18 of Doylestown Charter.
I recommend CJ Godosek. I'll second.
Okay, we have CJ as the president of council. Does anybody else would like to be nominated? Okay, if not, I would like to go ahead and have a motion that we go ahead and close the nomination, and CJ will be the president of council for 2026,
Roll call.
and we'll do roll call.
Mark Hammer.
Yes.
Tim Smith.
Yes.
CJ Godosek.
Abstain.
Steve Mueller.
Yes.
Harold Rozak.
Yes.
DJ Youngblood.
Yes.
Okay, we got roll call of everybody. We are ready to go.
Clerk?
Motion to place and pay PO 1. And pay same.
I'll make a motion.
We got DJ and Mark.
DJ Youngblood.
Yes.
Mark Hammer.
Yes.
CJ Godosek.
Yes.
Steve Mueller.
Yes.
Harold Rozak.
Yes.
Tim Smith.
Yes.
Okay, we have ordinance 2025-46, third reading.
Ordinance 2025-46, an ordinance to add chapter 713 entitled Mobile Food Vendors to part 7 of the Business Regulation Code, third reading.
Okay, could I have a motion to pass
I
that
make a
ordinance? We have Mark,
Second.
we have Harold. Roll call, if no discussion.
Mark
Got
Hammer.
it. All right.
Question,
Yes.
Okay.
So could you define exactly who this pertains to? So as far as the food vendors, I've had some people bring up
Food.
concerns of
It's-
like
it's
Boy Scouts and Girl Scouts doing a
No.
lemonade stand.
It's like the food trucks coming for the concerts.
Mhm.
All of the local Boy Scouts, the Girl Scouts, the Clothing Kid, the trails, all those are exempt. They are not a for-profit food vendors that are doing donations. So
And
it's basically a for-profit. And then also the
Rotel.
Rose Hollow, because they pay a fee to the Rose Hollow Committee for it to be in the festival.
Chair, if I may add, the definition is any motorized vehicle, trailer, cart, or apparatus from which food or beverages are sold or offered to the public.
Well,
Does that
then,
include the Lions Club?
No, they'd be exempt.
Well, again, I mean, by the definition here, it seems to be a little
it
unclear.
counter.
I didn't see a definitive like exemption for things like that in there necessarily, but I'm not a lawyer, maybe.
We
I missed something.
Solicitor, how do you propose, when this was actually put in, the thought was that your local individuals like Boy Scouts and all these other groups, the Lions Club would not have to pay the fee.
I thought it was wrote in
Sir,
there.
we wrote in,
Yeah, it was
yes, so
Yeah,
we did
it
a
is.
revision just before it came to council. That was one of the last revisions. If you go to 713.09.
So it's in there then.
Last page, it does read, the mobile food vendor license fee is waived when the vendor provides an approved financial or in-kind sponsorship to the village for the public, for the public event at which the vendor will operate and operates exclusively as part of the village-sponsored or village-partnered public event. So if they are part of a village-partnered public event, then they are exempt. But they
Good.
will still have to fill out the permit so that we make sure that they have the proper licensure.
So for example, like Word of Mouth, who's a sponsor of the concerts, they will be exempt. They'll get their, they won't have to pay the additional fee because they're paying $500 to get sponsored. That would be an exception that's in that ruling or in that verbiage.
Okay.
Does that suffice?
That answers that question, yes. I would be remiss if I did not voice my concerns with this particular fee. I feel that it's going to limit some of the people that will show up on Friday nights to serve food. I know the margins are pretty tight on those. I remember at one point we were there eating and there's a cookie vendor. I don't know how much a cookie vendor is going to make on that Friday night, but I think this particular fee would.
We have, our food trucks are practically filled up and we have secondary standbys already and they're aware of the fees.
Okay, I'm just voicing my concerns.
What's the fee gonna be?
How much is, yeah,
$125 in it.
Nope, what did we put on?
What's the
contract?
It's 100.
100.
100.
$125.
Did we motion at last planning for 120?
It's from 100 before.
we're gonna pay 100 to go to Memphis.
Christina just said it.
It's one, I showed that at last meeting, we.
Yeah, how I feel about these
Let me
fees.
hold up.
Mark, so they're paying 100 to come to the concert, no matter what.
Yeah, they're paying 100 to come here and pay for it.
It's a one-time, so. if
Yes,
they
it's
come
a
one-time
multiple
fee.
times-
Oh, yeah.
If they're here 2 or 3 times, they only pay it once.
But the fee is not in the ordinance, it'll be on the fee schedule.
It's on the fee schedule.
Right.
Because if you put it on the ordinance, then you gotta amend the ordinance
doesn't
every
have-
time.
Right,
So look on the fee schedule.
Is the fee schedule included? I
we
didn't
have
see
not
it.
done it yet.
Okay. And then, I'm looking at the fee waiver for village-sponsored events and, the Lions and the Boy Scouts, they're not always just operating at village-sponsored events. Are we just assuming that their exemption is based on section C here, the village administrator determines eligibility for the waiver? I mean, because otherwise,
I do not show that we changed it to the 125 and it stays at the 100.
It's 100.
Yep, it said at 100.
Tim had another question.
Sorry, go ahead.
I'm still hung up on who's exempt because when I'm reading section A, it says,
For example, on Friday nights, I can tell you that the last concert with the Chardon Polka is our community night for
Lutheran
Clothe the
Church.
Kid, for Girl Scouts, for that Friday night is for those type of vendors to come out. There's no fee for them to pay. And
okay, that's one night though,
and
but
they
you've
get
got
the
to,
best, and they get the best concert of the night, so.
but they operate all year round.
But it's like, so the only events that would affect would be the concerts and Rose Hollow, but Rose Hollow is exempt. Now, if For example, if Winterfest came in or Springfest or something, and they had a food truck come in, that food truck would have to register.
The way this reads is if you sponsor in any way, so example, Lions, they sponsor the Oktoberfest every year. They do donuts down there, they do the parade, they do the, there's
They do a lot
bicentennial.
that doesn't involve village, like they just sometimes set up and
That is,
operate. It's not a village sponsored
So-
event.
for example, I spoke with Earl
And I don't
today.
have a problem with them necessarily, applying, but they're a public service organization. I just want to make sure that, they're not going to pay the fee.
Okay, so
That
you
money's
want to
going back-
consider maybe just putting public service organizations?
Something.
You're talking like donuts and stuff.
Just like nonprofit.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could put that in. You
That's
absolutely
what it
can.
said was
But
nonprofit.
right
Yeah,
now,
it was a-
because
it was
there
a
are.
nonprofit.
Say
would be-
nonprofit in here?
So this is
Anywhere,
written
or
so that
Strictly
these-
for retail?
Well, I said, right, one of my things was a for-profit.
let me be clear. This says this is a 1-year term that these are good for, these permits, right? So they would, if they sponsor at any point during the year, they will be eligible for that year. They already sponsor, for example, I spoke with Earl Kerr today about them sponsoring the Bicentennial Oktoberfest, right?
Mhm.
They already do that with the village, and they've been doing
Doesn't say that in
Oktoberfest.
there.
We, the Lions.
Do we need to put that in there?
So, I mean, if we want to clarify it more and say any
Well-
Like a
nonprofit,
503C or
yes,
something like that.
civic-minded entity would also be exempt, we can do that, much like we did with one of your codes recently.
I just want to make sure, and that's before I vote, I'm just
Okay, but
questioning it.
in
The
review of
solicitor
this,
has this.
1399A, it talks about or in-kind sponsorship to the village. That can be defined pretty broadly.
In kind is anything that's a tangible good, physical.
In addition to that, you, Christina, you determine eligibility for the waiver as well.
That's right.
What if Tim is concerned, he wants the nonprofit in there.
No, as long as it's covered.
Well, I'm just saying, if you say nonprofit, then it's gonna be covered. Am
I was just
wrong?
reading through it
All
last
right,
night and had a
solicitor.
concern. I just wanted
We
to
should do it right.
clarify,
If we want it to have the civic-minded, just put it in and reread it. It's not, summer's not here for a few more months. Nobody's coming around.
If nonprofit is not providing in-kind sponsorship to the village, they'd be covered by this unless you have them specifically exempted.
They are, yep, that's right. There's only for those, there's the exemptions right there. That last page.
It also gives the solicitor the
administrator.
The administrator to approve and
They have the
say, yes, you
discretion
should
to
do
do
this.
that.
Yeah, we're not gonna do that to them, so.
Why don't we just iron out if we put nonprofit in there, handle it?
Well,
What's
I mean-
causing the fee to be necessary, I guess? Can they just register?
We
Is-
could just make the registration required and not even do a fee, and we haven't passed a fee yet, so right at this moment, it would be passed and there would be no fee until one is proposed.
And Mark did clarify, it does say retail, which, implies for profit. And those public organizations are not.
There you go.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it was for profit businesses
Yeah.
that are coming to our town and capitalizing on the
They're
people
not
that we
profit.
bring in. So,
Fair point.
I just don't want somebody that is paying the fee and everything to come back and say, oh, well, the Lions Club isn't doing it, and
Well, but Lions makes those funds so that they can turn around and utilize it, so they are doing a retail function.
They're
I
not
think
a
you need to ask
they're a
solicitor to
nonprofit.
clarify on that, but I would recommend that we do
They're,
it right.
they are a nonprofit, am I
Right,
right?
however, they are functioning with a retail, they have a retail operation, and I would have to ask solicitor to clarify, but I think they would fall under that category of a retail operation. We should clarify nonprofit civic-minded if we want it and do it right.
And that's my suggestion, is to add that to it, which would cover it.
Yes, sir.
What do you think, solicitor? You're the one. that
well,
keeps
let's go with the solicitor with his interpretation.
Yeah,
He's
let's
our law
listen to
director.
him.
He's our law director.
I agree.
Well, if you want that specific, then you should add it. I mean, I think we can get around it through the language I just went over, but if you want it in there specifically, we should probably include it.
If we put it in there so people can read it, then nobody that is for profit shouldn't have a concern because it states it. Does that clarify if we actually put it in there in the writing? If you think it's a waste, say it's a waste.
Just put it in.
If we're gonna do that, then I'll rescind my past motion to table this until the language is up, drawn, and maybe bring it back.
Can we, okay, you want to do it that way, or do we want to go ahead and change your motion to accept the amendment? I'm just asking how you would like to do it, Mark.
Well, I mean, if the amendment would have to be in writing for us to vote on it. I mean, it's a verbiage right now,
Chair,
so.
could we motion to accept that after first reading next time?
Yeah.
Given it's,
Well, we can do the first reading, the second, third by time.
We're going to put it on, if Mark rescinds it, it's still on third reading. So at our next council meeting, we'd have the third reading with the amendment with it. Is
Correct. That's correct.
That's good.
could we do it that way? So Mark, will you,
Yeah, so I'll rescind it and table it till next meeting with the new revision.
did we had a second on it, am I right? Which was, Harold. Harold,
Harold,
will you rescind yours?
Yes.
Okay.
Steve, you asked about why a fee, because when we started looking at it, majority of the other communities charge it. And the other reason why is if these food vendors come in here, they can come in the afternoon, a pizza truck or a coffee truck, and set up every 2 hours on the square and take business away from our downtown business. And we don't see a dime of anything from it other than hurting the businesses downtown. So
So when the food vendor comes in, what do they have to do? I mean, before this year. I mean, the fire department comes, checks them. What are the restrictions?
For the concerts, they are scheduled.
Mhm.
The fire department comes up before every concert date. They have to inspect the unit. They get inspected once a year by
And
Chip.
that's a state.
Right, that's why I'm asking about that question. So
then-
That's a
and-
state.
and then
to
you
Harold's
set up-
point,
other food
could
trucks-
somebody just show up here in a food truck and start flinging pizzas out?
Yes,
Well, they could right now, yes.
right now, yes, sir.
Well, they can't even have, without paying a registration.
So
charging them a
why
registration.
does the fire department have to come down and check?
It's a
well,
state.
that's a
mandate.
state law.
Right,
not
but
ours.
could they,
They would already do
No.
that even if they came in right now.
right, but if
If
the
a
pizza
pizza
truck
truck wanted
came
to come
in,
down here,
the
they
fire
have-
department would not have to come
They
down?
would have to
Yeah,
do it.
They
have
have to take their truck down to the fire department,
Get it
Okay.
down there.
inspected.
and they'll have to
Regardless of what we're
register.
doing.
And the fire department can't say yes or no. They just gotta say, okay, you meet the requirements
Yeah,
of the state.
all they
law.
are inspecting is the state requirements for,
They couldn't turn them down to come in.
So if somebody were to come in and start flinging pizzas and give us $100, we couldn't stop them? Or you can
Yes.
deny it?
Correct. No,
We
with
can tell
this
no.
or right now?
Like if this moves forward,
Oh,
We
can
couldn't stop them.
We
They
can
gave-
enforce it.
Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah, they couldn't do it.
they couldn't do it.
Yeah. They would.
but what if they paid the fee though?
Well, then
Then
we
they
accept
can-
it, and then we say,
then we
okay,
accept
but we
it and they
can,
pay.
we can say, no, we don't want you to do it.
There's
but
still
they
an
have to follow
application
the
process.
operational standards, which is another issue of food trucks coming in, like in the park and stuff. That's kind of part of why this started, am I not right?
Yes, ma'am.
Because we didn't have any type of jurisdiction over any of that.
That's correct.
So,
They can pull right up in front of the park and open up.
Well, it started with that hot dog lady that was parked down in front of the gazebo.
while we're discussing this, the penalty provision on this is basically a criminal penalty, and I'm just throwing out there, you may want to have a fine instead of a criminal penalty.
Okay.
I don't know, I'm just throwing that out for council to consider.
Could we, Mark already tabled it. It can be plannings tomorrow. It can be discussed in that, sent to our solicitor
Be ready for
to
next month.
correct anything that needs to be changed as far as changing it from a criminal to a fine. Is that what your statement was?
Yes.
Include that and then bring it back at the
Next month.
21st.
21st.
Well, that's in 2 weeks.
In 2 weeks, you want to come back?
I mean,
Well,
we could
there's
do-
nothing
'cause-
going on.
No,
Let's
okay,
let's
make it a
just
month.
go ahead and do it till
First of
February
February.
the
Set,
4th.
Yeah, that way we're not rushing.
Yeah.
Is
Well,
that,
can I throw this out there?
Yep.
It's an ordinance for 25. So what can we do to just like scrub this, start from scratch so it's a 2026 ordinance?
Basically,
Motion
we'd have to, make a motion to, dissolve it, and then planning would have to come up with a new.
Or we could vote and if it didn't pass, then we could represent it with the new, with everything new.
So we don't vote it down tonight.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah, because like I said, it's a 2025 ordinance and it would probably be best to make it a 26.
Yeah, you're right from that.
So we make a vote, so I make a motion to, deny it.
I'll second that motion.
Okay, we have Mark and Tim.
It was a motion to deny, so we're
Yeah.
actually voting in the affirmative?
You're a yes to deny
Sure, I'm
this
doing the right
ordinance.
thing here.
Am I right?
Yes.
Well, you can-
Yes,
Yes,
no.
deny.
Well, you said it needs denied. To turn it down.
Okay,
I
so
turned down.
turn down. Ordinance 2025-46.
Okay.
Mark made a motion, Tim seconded to deny this. Now bring it up for vote.
Mark Hammer,
Yes.
Tim Smith,
Yes.
CJ Godosick,
Yes.
Steve Mueller,
Yes.
Carol Rozak,
Yes.
DJ Young.
Yes.
Okay, ordinance 2026-01, establishing elected officials' wages. First reading.
Ordinance 2026-01, an ordinance establishing wages for village elected official, first reading.
The only reason we're having the second, third reading together is so council can be paid in January. Do I have a motion to do that?
Here.
We have Mark,
Second.
we have CJ,
Mark Hammer.
Yes.
CJ Godosick.
Yes.
Steve Mueller.
Yes.
Carol Rozak.
Yes.
Tim Smith.
Yes.
DJ Youngblood.
Yes.
okay, could I have a motion to pass?
Nope, I'm gonna do the second reading.
Oh,
Ordinance 2026-01, an ordinance establishing wages for village elected officials, second reading. Ordinance 2026-01, an ordinance establishing wages for village elected officials, third reading.
Pass, please.
Motion passed.
Mark.
Second.
CJ,
Mark Hammer.
Yes.
CJ Godosick.
Yes.
Steve Mueller.
Yes.
Carol Rozak.
Yes.
Tim Smith.
Yes.
DJ Youngblood.
Yes.
okay, we have a resolution 2026-02, authorizing early release of a real estate tax.
Resolution 2026-02, a resolution authorizing the fiscal officer to apply for early release of real estate tax revenue.
Do I have a motion, please?
I'll make a motion.
I'll
We got
second that.
CJ and we got DJ.
CJ Godosick.
Yes.
DJ Youngblood.
Yes.
Mark Hammer.
Yes.
Steve Mueller.
Yes.
Carol Rozak.
Yes.
Tim Smith.
Yes.
We have resolution 2026-03.
Resolution 2026-03, a resolution authorizing the disposition of property unneeded, obsolete, or unfit for municipal purposes by internet auction sale.
We've done this in the past, am I correct?
This is done every year, so if we do have something that needs to be sold, it's already taken care of.
Okay. Could I have a motion to pass it?
I'll make a motion.
We have Harold,
I'll second it.
we have CJ,
Harold Rozak.
Yes.
CJ Godosick.
Yes.
Mark Hammer.
Yes.
Steve Mueller.
Yes.
Tim Smith.
Yes.
DJ Youngblood.
Yes.
okay, resolution 2026-04, credit card acceptance.
Resolution 2026-04, a resolution authorizing the village of Doylestown to accept credit card payments for municipal services and establishing a policy regarding associated fees.
Okay, do I have a motion, please?
I'll make that motion.
We have DJ,
I'll second.
we have Tim. Any questions? Kristen, you want to elaborate on anything?
Well, as you all know, we've already been accepting credit cards, but we never had a official resolution. And this will just cover that. We are gonna expand. The reason we're doing that is because we're expanding services that we are going to be using credit cards for, which will be zoning, parks and recreation, community center rentals, pavilion rentals, summer recreation. So we felt it was relevant to have a resolution to cover all of that.
Okay,
Are
thank
we
you.
charging the service fee?
Well, that's gonna be spoken to under Christina, because under section 3, we have two options, A and B. A would be that we would absorb the fees. The option B is that we would pass those fees on, which is what we're doing now. And that's where council is gonna have to make that decision, but it's gonna be under Christina on this agenda. So did I do a roll call? No, I did not.
No, you did not.
DJ Youngblood?
Yes.
Tim Smith?
Yes.
CJ Godosick?
Yes.
Mark Hammer?
Yes.
Steve Mueller?
Yes.
Harold Rozak?
Yes.
Okay, we have ordinance 2026-05, adding to the chapter 139.
That's what's gonna be.
Well, Mark's got to make that motion.
I make a motion to table.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Okay, we have Harold and Mark. No questions. Roll call.
Mark Hammer?
Yes.
Harold Rozak?
Yes.
CJ Godosick?
Yes.
Steve Mueller?
Yes.
Tim Smith?
Yes.
DJ Youngblood?
Yes.
Okay,
Well, the last thing I want to say is everybody, under all the packet of things that you have your pay schedule calendar for 2026. And there are three pay months this year. Just so you know, no, wrong, you're looking at the wrong thing. Their pay schedule is something different. That's our meeting.
okay, right here.
That's it, the
Steve?
bi-weekly pay schedule. So that'll
Council.
tell you when you're getting paid.
All right, what else? Is that it for you?
That's,
you got it.
now you're-
Okay, council, before we even get started, last year you came up with a schedule for your meetings. If you could look over, I gave you one from last year. If you would have it available for me for the 21st meeting prior to that, so I can print it for you guys to accept it. Decide when you want to have your committee meetings. Okay, motion to approve the December Mayor's Court report for 2025.
I'll make that motion.
We have Tim,
I'll second.
we have Mark,
Tim Smith,
Yes.
Mark Hammer,
Yes.
CJ Godosick,
Yes.
Steve Mueller,
Yes.
Harold Rozak,
Yes.
DJ Youngblood.
Yes.
Okay, you have the majority of the slots are filled for committees, commissions, and board members for 26. Could I have a motion to approve it? They have a copy of it, am I correct?
Yes, they do, and we'll have CJ in there as the president.
Okay,
I'll make the motion.
we have Tim,
Second.
CJ. No questions? Roll call, please.
Tim Smith.
Yes.
CJ Godosick,
Yes.
Mark Hammer,
Yes.
Steve Mueller,
Yes.
Harold Rozak,
Yes.
DJ Youngblood.
Now,
Yes.
this one here is the council meeting date. If you would look at it, we still have our summer off like you guys would like. Could I have a motion to approve the 2026 council meeting schedule?
I'll make that motion.
We have DJ,
Second.
we have Harold. Roll call, please.
DJ Youngblood,
Yes.
Harold Rozak,
Yes.
CJ Godosick,
Yes.
Mark Hammer,
Yes.
Steve Miller,
Yes.
Tim Smith.
Yeah.
Okay, we got- that's enough for me. Solicitor,
Nothing to report tonight.
comments, nothing. Cemetery, nothing. Education, nothing. Township, Harold.
Nothing. I'll talk down next week because I got a meeting parks next week, so I'll need to change my time.
Okay. Records, Kristen.
No,
Mark, water and sewer, please.
Our next meeting is going to be January 22nd at 4.
Okay, thank you. Harold, park board, please.
The 14th at 6.
Okay, you are moving that date because of the township meeting, am I right?
Not next, well, I'll find out at the,
Okay,
at the next meeting.
so it's gonna be what, January what?
It'd be what, the 14th? Is that when it normally is, the second Wednesday?
I think so. I usually just go when Doug told me to.
Yeah, it's the 14th, and then I'll see about moving it when I talk to everybody.
Okay,
Thanks.
planning commission, please.
Tomorrow night.
All right. PPF, DJ, please.
Yeah. How much stuff we got tomorrow?
quite a bit.
Oh, fuck. Okay, tomorrow night, 6:30.
Okay, you want to elaborate that the PPF allowed us to go ahead and run the sidewalk from Collier to the doctor's office that we committed to do 4 years ago, that the bid is in and it's been accepted by B&K.
That is exactly what I want to tell everybody here.
I figured you might forget, so,
Sure did.
okay, thank you. Anything else, please, sir? Okay, safety, please.
No report. Next meeting will be January 21st at 6 PM at the police station.
Okay, Steve, you're up. You had your first meeting.
Yep, we had our first meeting on Monday, and our next meeting will be February 2nd at 6 p.m.
Okay, February 2nd. Streets, please, CJ.
We got some issues with the roads that we chip sealed last year are starting to shell off, like where Doug lives. It's all in the curb and gutter. Melway's coming up tomorrow to see how we can reconcile this. Next meeting is going to be on February 4th, 6 o'clock.
Okay, thank you.
Oh, shit.
Administrator, please.
Okay, you'll find, back here today, this stack, you're looking at the last packet. Here, you're looking at this document. This, has gone through streets, PPF, and reviewed by solicitor. It is our request for proposal template, and now includes if you look at
Is everybody
the top of
aware what
page
she
3.
has?
You see it? It's this document.
I'm still looking
It
for
was
it.
in this stack of papers. There were lots of papers going out this evening. The base paper looked like this, and it's the
I
back
didn't
of
get
that.
that one.
What's it-
You guys need to-
Oh, that last one.
You've got it, you got it, you got it.
Sorry.
Yes, right there, right there. That's it. And you sure are. Wow, you've got lots.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Well, here, you just have mine if you're not sure.
Okay, so that top of the third, page 3 is where we've added some specific language expressly for streets department when we're negotiating bids and pulling requests for proposals. Pulling bids. This is our bid document. So I just need acknowledgement. You can just use it informational. We can acknowledge it at next meeting.
Is that under 9.1?
Top of page 3, yeah.
Okay.
9.1.
Okay, thank you.
Mhm. Yes, that's correct.
9.1.
This is something you want to include when the bid is put out,
When we're bidding, we
Before
should
people-
have a template. a
before
request for
people can
proposal.
decide if they want to bid.
Mhm. We would only likely use it for the streets department work.
So,
That's where most of our big deal.
and this is strictly for streets?
That language
that-
is expressly for streets, but this request for proposal bid, for pulling bids can be used in any department.
Well, I want to know because it could affect a lot of our other bids and how things happen. That's the only reason I was asking the question.
Well, we can, choose to use it
If you're
at our
stating this is
discretion.
strictly for streets, that's what I like to make sure that council is aware that this will only be used on streets. Now, if you're planning on using it on all bids, I think I'm just,
Well, when we have to do anything that is, anything that we do a grant for, or anything, really any grant is gonna require prevailing wage. So anytime we do prevailing wage, I would recommend we use this. Other
Okay.
than that, we might just use it for streets, when we're doing bids.
So we're gonna have to use this for our building, so that's a prevailing wage.
But we should have a RFP template anyways. It's pretty standard. And I think that this came as a recommendation. Was that you, Steve, that recommended? No. Who recommended that?
Well, the liquidation damages was started on streets.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that was it. So that was my question. Are we strictly dealing with that? And if we deal with everybody in general, are we going to have a problem getting higher bids? Because we have all these damages
I
in
think
there. And I know Mark brought it
Well, you
up.
Take 9.4 out.
I think we use this strictly for streets and then we can create another template for it. If you want to pass that tonight.
I know the police contract with outside agencies.
What'd you
too.
say,
I think
Harold?
that
Take
will-
9.4
that will
out?
affect them
If
at
they're
all.
gonna use it for other things.
Oh, yeah.
Other than streets, you take 9.4 out.
Yeah.
Everything else is fine.
Well, why can't we just say 9
That's only applicable for a streets
9.1
department
through
anyway.
9.4
This whole
is
section
streets.
9,
Section 9 is only applicable to streets department, period.
Yeah, it
But we
says
can
in
use the
there.
template across the agency.
You can come back with another template.
Yes.
That's where I would.
It does say street department only.
Yeah, it does.
Okay, I know. But my question was, I want to know, because we have other things that we're going to bid out.
Sure. When we put this on our standard template form, once it's accepted or approved, it will not fall on the paper this way where the streets department is on a separate page than the actual section. But I would recommend we use this for anytime we do prevailing wage and of course with the streets bid work.
I have, why can't you come up with another template for prevailing wage?
We can.
Yeah, I'd say let's pass this one for streets and then come up with a template for other, so that way we don't lump in a bunch of stuff that's not gonna be right.
And did I hear pull 4.4?
Well,
Nine-
this
the only
leave
9.4 was only if it was for other
Nine.
departments. Yeah.
So you could
leave it
That's
as,
for
say one and just
say this is
line
a
out.
street department.
Just
And
do
do
this
it-
one, a streets Harold,
Do a
come
prevailing
up
wage.
with another one for something else.
Mhm.
What, under PPF, what do you feel, TJ?
Yeah, I agree. I don't want to chase away contractors that don't want to deal with.
Yeah.
Some of the stuff.
So this is 9.1 to 4 is going to be strictly for streets.
A request for clarification before you vote on that. Did I hear you do want one for prevailing wage or we're not concerned about?
Yeah, I'd come up with
Okay.
another solution or an option.
Prevailing wage non-streets and prevailing wage streets. Most streets are gonna be prevailing wage.
Well,
While you're looking at it, we're all here together. Is there any recommendation on prevailing wage? Because this is pretty standard template, what I use.
let's just pass the
Take
one we
number
have
9 out
tonight.
and present it next time.
Yeah.
Just take paragraph number 9 out, renumber them, and
It's almost.
present it next time for prevailing rate.
Yeah.
We're not voting on that.
Okay.
Right.
We're gonna pass streets.
So do we need to make a motion?
Are we voting on that tonight?
It's just an acknowledgement. You don't have to motion other than to acknowledge or accept it if you'd like. What do you?
Well, if it's going to be part of our policy, I think council should have,
So we got, I make a recommendation to use the template for streets department in your future bidding.
yes.
I'll second. First and second.
What was that?
We're
Mark first,
Mark
and I
and
second.
Harold.
Mark Hammer,
Yes.
Harold Rozak,
Yes.
CJ Godosik,
Yes.
Steve Mueller,
Yes.
Tim Smith,
Yes.
DJ Youngwood.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, and then the rest of that packet is all applicable to the bicentennial. And so if you just want to look at the face page, which is the legal size document, that is a row by row, what we're planning to do for each month of the bicentennial year. And if you look at the very top of the document, you'll see that thus far, we're looking at the total actual cost of nearly $50,000 for putting on all the bicentennial events. The Village of Doylestown will need to front $37,225. Expected revenues will be 24,000, and our net impact would be a cost of 13,225.
Didn't we allocate 20 grand for that?
Yeah, we
For
did
the
in
26 year.
2020, this year here, Mark. So what she's looking at, whatever cost that,
Another 15,000 or whatever.
Well, we allocated the money this year, but what we spent?
okay, what you guys gotta remember, we allocated 20,000 for this year. What doesn't get spent in this year will need to be put in for 2027, the actual bicentennial year. We put 20,000 in the line item for items that we thought might occur during 2026. But in May, she should have the majority of lockdown costs that she's gonna have for 26. Am I somewhat right, Christina?
For 27.
27.
For 26, that we're gonna spend.
Oh.
Then when we do the budget in 2020, for 2027 in May, at that time, she would have the conclusion of the total cost in there.
Yes.
Did I confuse you? No, did you?
I'm good.
Nope, good, okay. So this gives you a rough estimate. What she's anticipating total cost is 49 minus what she's bringing back in. Total cost for the village at the end of it, am I right, is 13 something? Christina, is that
Yes,
what you're
sir.
saying?
And in May of 26, just to parrot what you said, by May of 26, we'll know what we need to expend in the 26 years so that the remaining balance can be allocated. And that way we know what we need to allocate in 27, so that I'm requesting that timely for our budget season.
Questions? Mine's going around.
If you're curious what the second document is, that is a line by line budget of what we expect to spend for each thing, for each activity, for each month.
And you're going to do a fundraiser for this as well.
There, so I understand there are a couple in the community, coffee house is putting on a fundraiser to raise some funds for the Winterfest, but much of this is going to be recuperated in entry fees or, ticket purchases. The rest is at cost.
For example, there's gonna be a dinner. That will be, the cost will be in there. They'll figure the cost of the food, whatever's going on. And that, what's left out of that profit will go towards the overall cost. And it looks like at this time, we're hoping the actual cost for the village would only be 13,000. That's what we're hoping for. We'll have more information locked down. For this year, we already have 20,000 available to spend. And that she hasn't spent anything.
There's 3 months that we are uncertain whether we will be the paying for it or the chair putting it on is paying for it. And so those numbers could fluctuate, but I wouldn't guess it would be more than double what it is right now. And we've already allocated 20. So you might be looking at half that in 27 years.
This just gives you a general idea. Hopefully, like she said, she'll have things locked down before the budget is set for 2027. Any questions?
Are you gonna be, as the year progresses, obviously you'll be setting things up so we get the ground running January 1st, 2027, so some of that 20,000 will obviously be spent this year to set up, right?
Yes.
Very good.
So marketing costs will be in this year. We'll do a lot of hyping it up this year. There will be probably purchasing of all the memorabilia. There will be purchasing of all the memorabilia, which is the biggest upfront cost anyway. The books alone are like 13,000. And then, we've got a couple thousand in for like pins, the caps, t-shirts. So it's the year-long items that you'll pay for upfront. Maybe also deposits for
Yeah, vendors
As
and
I was
whoever's
Vendors.
coming.
I'm trying to think what else off the top of my head.
Well, we can read through the list and.
Yeah, if you, it's just informational and I will,
This is the start of, at least you know what's going on, what's possibly going to happen. The 12 months a year, the committee that handled that felt they would like to have something every month during the 12 months of the centennial. So that's the different way that they're handling it this time. They pretty well, the book, basically, if you look in there, she has the cost. If individuals want to put their family information in there and a picture, it costs X amount of dollars. The book itself is $40. If you strictly want internet capability, there's a fee for that. And that should be help fund the cost of the book. If you got any questions, the reason she explained to me she wants to get these figures to you, that if you have questions, you can get it to her early before we actually get super involved in locking things down.
if anyone wants to hear maybe a brief moment on what the book will look like.
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
We still have one more item.
We still have one more item on the agenda.
Go ahead, Christie.
Does anyone, okay, so thank you. I will, for the, give me a moment on that informational item. Okay, motion to allow official payments to be our credit card provider with the associated fees being absorbed by the consumer and not the village is my request for someone to make a motion on.
I'll make that motion.
I'll second.
Because basically you go to any communities, you go down to the Wayne County and it has all the information and it says the person using the credit card pays for the fee. So
And
that's
it's a 3% fee on whatever the total
And
is.
that fee will be stated, correct?
Oh, yeah,
yes,
yeah.
the fees will be stated, and as I said, majority of communities is not absorbing any of that cost. It's always passed on to the consumer.
I can't think of one that is, so.
But you know for sure.
I don't absorb money.
Oh, solicitor, thank you for bringing that up. The machine, if we take it out into the world, like for processing at the bicentennial, any tickets or anything, it already has the sticker that says there's 3% fee.
I'm not quite sure if that's gonna be feasible, but we'll discuss that later.
Right.
DJ Youngblood,
Yes.
CJ Ganosick,
Yes.
Mark Hammer, Steve Mueller,
Yes.
Al Rozak.
Yes.
Tim Smith.
Yes.
Administrator, anything else?
No, sir, thank you.
Solicitor,
No, nothing.
clerk, mayor, nothing. Council, anything?
Nope.
Motion to adjourn.
I'll make a motion.
Second.
Second.
All in favor, aye.
Aye.
Thank you. Where are we going? Like,
They noted, whenever we do anything type.
I don't think you have food